So today we're gonna make some paper flowers. I've got here some colorful construction paper. You can also use like origami paper or printer paper if that's all you have. So here is, I'm just gonna pick a color, kind of fun blue color. Maybe I'll do like a pink, because why not? So I'm going to do 2 types of flowers, and I'll show you how to do those. And then you can give them to whoever you want to give them to. So we're going to start off with just one of them. So just pick a piece of paper, and then you're going to measure in 11 centimeters with a ruler. So far, materials you'll need is a pencil, a ruler, some paper, and then something to cut with. So here I've got a little slide cutting board, or there's scissors if you need them. But for me the sliding board is a little bit easier. So I'm gonna make a mark at 11 centimeters, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here on my board here. And you're just going to cut it right across. And so then you're just left with this paper that's 11 centimeters long. So then you're going to take your ruler and measure out 1 centimeter from the edge. Make a little mark. I like to make a couple of marks just because then you can keep a straight line. These little flowers are kind of fun. You can use them to decorate, all sorts of things. So then you're going to just draw a line on that 1 centimeter mark. Then, at this part you're probably going to want scissors instead of the little cutter for. So I've got my scissors here, or like little ones also work. And you're just going to make a bunch of little cuts. Try to make them as evenly spaced as possible, but it doesn't matter. So that's about as thick as I'm making it. If you can see that, it's about 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters. And you're just gonna make these cuts all the way to the line, but not crossing that line that you just drew. And you're gonna go all the way down with those cuts. So we'll just keep making those. Alright, so now you have the beginning of your flower. So you're going to take each individual, these are going to be your individual petals. It looks kind of like an iris flower. Okay, so now, what I forgot to mention is you'll also probably want toothpicks or something small and round that you can roll these petals. Because what we're going to do is taking one at a time, each petal, and we're just going to roll it. So I find that it's easier to roll when you have something to roll around, because those fine motor skills are sometimes a little bit hard for everybody, especially since it's kind of small. You gotta look really hard to see it sometimes. So you're just gonna roll it up individually like that. So it makes a little roll. And you're gonna do that with each petal. Once you have all this rolled, we'll go ahead and I'll show you how to make a stem. So you can do whatever kind of paper you want, just like the same type of paper or whatever. Some people like to make these into pencils, so I'll show you how to do that as well, because that's a little bit simpler. So let's see here, where's my paper at? So I'll grab my paper. Let's find a green. Here we go. There's a nice green. So I'm going to use green for my stem, but you can be creative and do whatever you want with yours. And then mine's kind of a funny shape, so I'm actually just going to cut it down a little bit. And you can make your stems as long or as fat or tall as you'd like. But how you do it around a pencil is if you roll it diagonally around the pencil, it'll get that kind of nice round shape. And here, you're going to want to secure it because it's going to want to unroll from this little flap here. And so you can use a glue stick. I've got a glue stick here. You can also just use like Elmer's glue if you have that, or tape. I'll probably use tape because this isn't a very high quality glue stick. And some people like to leave the pencil inside and make it part of the flower, and so you wrap it a little bit tighter and leave the end kind of sticking out, and then it'll make like a flower pencil or a flower pen. If you wanted to use a pen, you could. I'm gonna leave the pencil out for mine, but you can use whatever you want. And then you just tape it around. So now you have this kind of sturdier, like thicker paper stem that you can work with now. So then you take that little centimeter strip side and you just start at the top. It's easier, you can start at the bottom of where you want the flower to go, but I find it easier to start at the top, and you just roll it, you just wrap it down. So you're going to want to tape down the first corner or glue down the first corner, whichever you prefer, with whatever materials you have at your home or facility or wherever you're doing this. And I like to do it at a little bit of an angle because it helps with the curving of going around the stem. So you tape that on, and then you just wrap it on there. Just wrap it up. And you can wrap it tighter or you can wrap it looser so that it creates more length. And then once it's all wrapped up, you just, again, glue or tape, whatever is your preferred method of sticking things together, whichever's easiest for you or more accessible. And you just tape that in, and now you have your little purple iris flower, or flower pen, if that's, if you left a pen or a pencil. And these are really fun because you can put them in a little cup and have like a little arrangement, make a bunch of these in different colors, and decorate your house with them, or give them as presents, or so. Yeah, there's the first kind of flower that we're gonna make today.